tonight on News Watch 12, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Woke up feeling like it was Christmas today because college football is back. Thanks for joining us for our first college football game night of the season. It's time to get to work. I'm Peyton Manning.
Let's do it. And I'm Madison Marie. We've been waiting a long time for this day, but it's finally here. College football is finally back, and it's here to stay. We've got a lot of teams to highlight tonight, but let's start off with the SOU Raiders.
The Raiders were in Idaho today taking on the Yotes. The Yotes always seem to give SOU some trouble. However, they haven't met this 2023 team yet. We're going to break the game down, starting with some first half highlights. Here we go, getting the Burke Brown era of SOU started. We start in the first. Matt Struck behind center for the Raiders. Season opener. SOU moving downfield with urgency. Struck with the handoff to Champ Robertson. Some good yardage, but the Raiders can't find the end zone. That'll bring out the kicking unit, and Brian Battress will put the Raiders on the board first. 3-0 SOU.
Still no luck with finding the end zone. Battress will line up the three again, and it's good. Raiders lead 6-0. But here come the Yotes. Andy Peters hits John Schofield, and College of Idaho takes the lead 7-6.
SOU back on offense. Struck gets the snap, scrambles, and the Yotes read the pass. Pick 6. College of Idaho leads 14-6 now. Struggling to find the end zone still. The Raiders will get Battress back on the field right before half. The 49-yard field goal attempt is good. Battress nailing every kick today. We head to half. Yotes lead 14-9.
Our offense, I think, had two really, really long drives of 15 or more plays, and we creep inside, the red zone, and we just weren't able, to operate the plan that we had set in place. And so, when you settle for 3, instead of getting the 7 that you hope for, that's big down the road in the game. Those momentum swings are huge. Not able to get in on either one of those drives was tough on us. As we got into the third quarter, we could have used those points. But the good thing I take away from it is that, we ran the ball really, really well. We kept their offense off the field, to the extent that College of Idaho only had 2 drives on offense in the first half. So, when you keep your defense off the field, you're doing something right.
Like Coach said, SOU started the game off strong, and I don't think the Yotes really expected it. The run game will be top-notch this season, and once Struck and Asciutto start connecting with their receivers, the Raiders will be in good shape. Overall, being able to exit the half with a 14-9 score against the Yotes in your first game under a whole new coaching staff is a decent start.
A decent start, to say the least. And the fact that the defense was barely on the field in the first half is also a great start. It'll give the Raiders some confidence moving forward. But let's back up to the game and see how the Raiders did in the second half. Into the second half we go. Yotes on offense. Peters launches it into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for COI. Yotes extend their lead 21-9. Still in the third, Yotes on offense again. Schofield gets the direct snap and bodies his way into the end zone. 28-9 College of Idaho.
Fourth quarter, Blake Asciutto in for the second half. He gets the snap and hits Jackson Clemmer on the crossing route. Clemmer wide open. He turns on the Jets and he takes it all the way. How about that? The Raiders score their first touchdown of the day, 28-16. Maybe a comeback brewing. A touchdown later, C of I leading 35-16, but they'll find their way into the end zone yet again, and that'll be game. The final score in Caldwell, 42-16 Yotes. Tough first game for the Raiders, but a non-conference matchup. SOU will find their way. We got a long season ahead.
We do. The Raiders were able to keep the Yotes off the board until the end of the first half, proving this Raider defense is doing their job under new defensive coordinator Tyler Stinn. And a few players to highlight on defense. Jordan Fathi picked off the Yotes quarterback Andy Peters, stopping the Yotes momentum, and linebacker Javon Mojito led the Raiders D with 7 tackles.
As for the Raiders on offense, the run game looked explosive in the first few drives of the game, getting downfield quickly. Senior running back Avery McCaig was responsible for some of those drives, rushing 12 times for 65 yards. We were able to see both Struck and Asciutto take some snaps, both quarterbacks combining for 172 total passing yards. Junior tight end Jackson Clemmer put the only touchdown on the board for the Raiders with a 64-yard pass from Asciutto in the fourth. Here's Coach Brown's final thoughts on the game.
I still think we're struggling believing that we're a good football team. And when we get punched in the mouth a little bit, we need to be able to respond and not just take that punch, but start fighting back. And I don't know if we did that today. And that's going to be a process. That's teaching those things to a football team doesn't happen overnight. So this will be an awesome opportunity for us as coaches to get back with our team and go, look, man, like we were up 6-0 at one point, and we had all the momentum, and they had a big play, and we never ever fought back from it like I thought we can, and I know we will in the future. So we just got to learn that there's ebbs and flows in a game, and that's a natural part of the process. And if you're going to be a good football team, you've got to manage those highs and lows as they come throughout the game. I'm really excited to be able to learn from this loss and move forward and lick our wounds and then get ready for the Bearcats here in a couple of weeks.
A tough loss for the Raiders, but there's growing pains that comes with the start of a season. Now the Raiders get a week off and get ready to prepare for their home opener.
The Raiders will host the Willamette Bearcats on September 16th at 4 p.m. at Raiders Stadium. The Bearcats are playing Laverne right now as we speak, so we will get you prepared during the next 2 weeks with what to expect for this matchup.